Well, I guess you think I'm changed. I'm no longer Charles Kemp. Uh, One of my favorite people in the whole world, I'm a history teacher by trade, and that's what I've done, was P.T. Barnum. I thought he was the coolest, greatest guy in the ever world. How in the world are you going to get people to pay 5 cents, a nickel, to go into a tent behind you and see the world's smallest man or the world's largest elephant? If you can do that, you can market anything. We had a guy like that in Fairmont one time. His name was Charlie Stafford, one of the greatest men that ever lived in this town. And he marketed tobacco and sold tobacco. So I guess the job has fallen into my lap.
That's right.
And that's one of the things that I look at. Mr. Chestnut, he's the administrator. He does all the hard work. I do the fun stuff
That's right.
by organizing events and activities. So today our topic is, and the show must go on. One of the things that I am most excited about is in my role as mayor is organizing, initiating, pulling together these events because what it does is pull people together.
That's right.
It brings the community together. Now, Mickey Williamson and I started the fireworks thing in 2007. We, by accident, I'm not going to, it's too long to tell you that, but we were going to do one thing and we were told we couldn't, and so we got mad and pouted, and then we did another thing, and as it's turned out, it's been great.
Yeah.
We've got the Farmers Festival, which I have emceed before and organized. We've got Christmas events, which we started here because we didn't have anything like the other towns. And now we got this sing along thing, big open mic that we're going to start in April. I believe, Jerome, that one of the most important things a town does, other than provide water and sewer and police and fire protection, is to provide harmonious, fun-filled, meaningful activities to citizens to come out and be a part of.
Most
How do you
definitely.
feel about that?
I agree. If you want your community to grow, and everybody always hear me talks about growth,
Yeah.
we need everyone to come out and visit these events that we're throwing on. Not only just for your participation, but on how we can make them better in the future.
Right.
You can't see the invites and the events happening in our town and don't attend them and don't support them and then complain about them. Attend our events. Give us a chance to show us how we're bringing the community back together, right?
Right.
And tell us how to make them bigger and better. You know, that's our interest in these events and what they're doing for our community. So the 4th of July, the various veterans ceremonies, Memorial Day ceremonies, Christmas, this is all about the community, and we're putting on these events for our community to build a closer connection with each other to support the town even more to come forward.
Yeah, just to give you a perfect example, and this couldn't be better. Our taping today couldn't be better. I'm sitting here next to a man who was a U.S. Army veteran, 2 tours in Iraq, 2 tours in Afghanistan, a recipient of the Bronze Star twice, and he understands what I'm about to say. At our town board meeting coming up on the 18th, rather than risk a low attendance
Yes,
on
sir.
National Vietnam Remembrance Day, we're going to have a 20-minute set aside portion to honor all Vietnam veterans who come at our town board meeting.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
obviously, that's not a regular situation that we do on a regular basis. You know, you bring up stuff, the commissioners vote on it, and, you know, we adjourn and go home. This is going to be a little different. We believe in that.
That's right.
And hopefully, the citizens that we're imploring to come will turn out to support these
Most definitely.
men and women who are there as veterans. That's the kind of thing that I think that our events are so important for. You can probably sit on your back porch and hear the fireworks,
Yeah.
but you get a chance to sit in a lawn chair with 500 or 600 other people, or 1,000 people, and you get to socialize with them.
Yes. Yes.
Christmas and our Farmers Festival, you get to see people you haven't seen in years. I think those are wonderful things to do as well.
The closer we are to each other, from the mayor, the commissioners, the staff, and our citizens, the better we can work together.
Right.
Because we built that connection through community events. where we know each other and talk to each other and feel like we can help each other at any way. Those start strong and lasting connections between us and our citizens and them and their neighbors. Maybe you haven't ever had the opportunity to meet your neighbor.
Right.
Now you've met your neighbor, you can let your neighbor know when you're going out of town to watch your house. You know?
It may be that there are citizens that are watching this that live in Newport, Rhode Island, I don't know, Los Angeles, California, or right down the street from us that never get a chance to get out and may feel that this is a silly thing that we do. You ought to be providing better water. You ought to be doing something about the sewer. I called the cops, they didn't come. That they were a little longer on my house, getting to my house. I had a kitchen fire. Why are you messing around with a bunch of balloons and a parade? I personally believe that those kinds of events draw a community together.
Yes.
And what you said, you get to know your neighbors.
Most definitely. And just to collaborate and maybe partner together on some other community
Absolutely.
These
Maybe
are
they end up serving together on a committee somewhere, and then maybe their idea actually helps save the town $10,000.
most definitely.
I think that's a wonderful thing.
Most definitely.
So, you are personally being invited to every event that we have, and I promise you that if you're on my email list, you're going to be getting notices about when we do things and how we do them and what we do, and you're welcome to come. And I also want to invite you personally, as does Mr. Chestnut, to our town board meeting next the 18th,
yes.
April the 18th. I think you'll be moved by what you see that day and that evening in that meeting. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope of a wonderful future. Thank you for listening, and come to our events.
We love to see you.